Father, thank you for giving us another opportunity, Father, to come here at the City Hall, Father, to discuss the city and the business that you take, Father. Father, we thank you for the city council, Father, and the mayor to sit down, Father, and try to agree to some of the things that we need to have done in the city, Father. Father, continue to give us a steadfast, Father, to continue to move forward in the city, Father, to do all this, Father. When we do all this, Father, in your name, Father, we be uplifting this citizen and the people of this community, Father. Father, let's continue to be with us and guide us. Father, we cannot do anything without you, Father. Lead us in the direction we want to look for, Father. Father, continue to give us the wisdom and knowledge, Father, that you have set before us, Father. When you do that, Father, we ask these blessings in your name. Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I call this the Tuesday, April 27, 2021 meeting to order of the City of Smith Station. Thank you all for being here on this beautiful evening. Can I have a roll call vote to establish a quorum?
Yes, sir, Mayor. Mr. Stringer?
Here.
Mr. Jackson?
Here.
Mr. Lanston?
Here.
Mr. Cooley? Here. Ms. Green?
Here.
Mayor Copeland?
Here. We have a quorum of perfect attendance. Thank you guys so much. I know you all have busy lives. You were given the minutes from the April 13th, 2021 meeting via email as well as hard copy. Are there any additions or corrections? With none being brought forth, I call for a motion to second to approve the minutes.
Motion to approve.
Mr. Cooley?
Second.
Mr. Lanston? Thank you. Ms. Green? Somebody do it?
Make a motion that we suspend the rules of ordinances and resolutions.
Ms. Green has made a motion to suspend the rules and ordinances and resolutions so we can move forward on business that we have for items A, B, C, and D. Can I get a second?
Second.
Second.
Mayor, I also would like to make a motion on resolution on A, that we table this.
Okay, let's get this one out of the way, then we'll do that.
Okay.
Okay. Any discussion on suspending rules and ordinances and resolutions? No discussion. I call for roll call vote on suspending the rules.
Mr. Stringer?
Yes.
Mr. Jackson?
Yes.
Mr. Lanston?
Yes.
Mr. Cooley?
Yes.
Ms. Green?
Yes.
Mayor Copeland?
Yes. Ms. Green?
Make a motion that we go ahead and table resolution A, it's talking about the bid. We'd like to get further information and we will have a special, I think, emergency meeting on that.
Ms. Green has made a motion to table item 2021-420, authorizing for Mayor Copeland to accept bid and enter contract with GNH General Contractors LLC for Public Works Facility Building Project. Mr. Cooley has seconded that. In discussion, I'd like to say that we have rescheduled the meeting for that. There will, Mr. Morgan, Mr. Bryce, I'm asking you to make an agenda for that meeting and add this agenda item to that meeting.
Okay.
The only thing on there.
Yes, sir.
So we can take action on that. It's so fit. If not, we can table it again. That meeting will be at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time,
What day is that?
May 3rd.
May
May the 3rd.
Okay.
Monday, May the 3rd,
At 6 o'clock.
Eastern Standard Time.
Yes, sir.
What date is that?
Monday, May the 3rd. Any other discussion? None being brought forth. We don't have to have a vote on that, sorry, just table. Item B, 2021-421, Premier Landscape Contract.
Adjustment, I'll be right there. Resolution 2021-421, a resolution for the City of Smith Station, Alabama, authorizing Mayor Copeland to enter into a contract with Premier Landscape to provide roadside trash and debris collection and disposal for the City of Smith Station.
Mr. Bryce introduced 2021-421 Premier Landscape Contract. Can I get a motion second?
Make a motion.
Second. Nancy. In case you don't know, those of you watching at home, we do not have a system that we have correctional inmates that can pick up our roadside trash. Some 4 years ago, we decided to be, think outside the box And we have a contract with somebody that does our roadside trash pickup. And this is a renewal of that contract. They do a wonderful job, and I can't thank Premier Landscape enough through COVID, keeping our city clean. And you could definitely tell that we had somebody doing it, and I thank them, and I'm hoping this contract shall be approved. Any other discussion?
Another question is there an increase in their yearly
No, sir.
contract?
Same as it was last year.
Thank you.
I was say increase in trash, but absolutely.
Well, no doubt about it.
Any other discussion? None being brought forth, I ask for the vote.
Okay. Mr. Stringer?
Yes.
Mr. Jackson?
Yes.
Mr. Lanston?
Yes.
Mr. Cooley?
Yes.
Ms. Green?
Yes.
Mayor Copeland?
Yes. Item 2021-422, providing Tier 1 benefits to Tier 2 members. Mr. Bryce, do you have a moment?
Yes, sir. Resolution 2021-422, a resolution for the city of Smith Station, Alabama, providing their Tier 1 benefits to Tier 2 plan members pursuant to provisions of Act 2019-132.
Get a motion, Mr. Cooley. Get a second?
Second.
Mr. Jackson? Any discussion? This is a one-time opportunity for Tier 2 employees of the State of Alabama RSA system to move to Tier 1 benefits. It's been an unfair system for a while, and the State of Alabama has made a one-time fee to allow us to fix this injustice. And the employees have voted that they wanted to do this, and now it's before the council. Any other discussion? With none being brought forth, I call for the vote.
Mr. Stringer?
Yes.
Mr. Jackson?
Yes.
Mr. Lanston?
I'll abstain.
Mr. Cooley?
Yes.
Ms. Green?
Yes.
Mayor Copeland?
I'd like to abstain.
So noted.
Increase employee contributions to retirement system of Alabama. Mr. Cooley and Mr. Bryson, you get caught up, sorry.
Yes, sir. Resolution 2021-423, a resolution for the city of Smith Station, Alabama, electing to increase employee contributions to the retirement system of Alabama.
Get a motion second.
Motion approved.
Mr. Cooley, second.
Second.
Ms. Green. I'd like to note that this resolution will increase employee benefits on the bottom line for the fiscal year 2021 to $5,503.08, and the subsequent years at the same. Unless we have an increase in salaries and so on and so forth, it'll go up percentage-wise. Any other discussion? None being brought forth, I call for the vote.
Mr. Stringer?
Yes.
Mr. Jackson?
Yes.
Mr. Lanston?
Abstain.
Mr. Cooley?
Yes.
Ms. Green?
Yes.
Mayor Copeland?
I wish to abstain.
So noted.
Moving along to item 8, financial statements for the general fund budget statement for the month ending March 31st, 2021.
Sir?
You want to do that, Mr. Bryce?
Yes, sir. I got the information right here. Starting off with page 1 for the general fund budget. Once everybody's got that pulled up. Sorry, it's toward the back. All right, so ad valorem tax income for the month of March was $5,909.04. Total business license income was $20,408.62. Total franchise fees received was $19,272.33. Gas tax distribution was $2,092.14. Rebilled Alabama tax income was $3,231.33. Planning and zoning fees, $2,174. Total property rental, $5,193.22. Moving to page 2. Total sales and use tax was, the month of March, was $65,957.35. Tobacco tax was $1,344.87. Love's gas revenue, $12,355.70. Wholesale gasoline revenue was $2,442. Total wholesale gasoline revenue for the month of March was $14,797.70. Total income for the month of March was $140,502.20. Moving over to page 3, starting with expenses for the general fund budget. Total administrative department expenses was $31,255.46. Over on page 4, total finance and revenue department expenses for the month of March was $18,441.09. Total parks and recreation expenses for the month of March was $26,545.31. Public Works Road and Street Maintenance for the month of March expenditures was $30,350.74. Street signs, $4,910.80. Total Public Works expenses for the month of March was $69,538.78. Total expenses for the month of March were $145,780.64. Total for a net ordinary income of negative $5,278.44. Total net income of negative $5,178.44. And overall,
Just a second.
I'm sorry.
All right, if you'll see, minus 5178 for the month of March, but we have, in the black of 328, 51598 for year-to-date October through March 21st.
Sorry, I didn't know that. And over on to the environmental budget for the quarter of January through March of 2021. Total garbage fees were $108,097.98. Total income of $108,132.35. Total expenses through the quarter were $114,913.74 for a net income of negative $6,781.39.
All right, you've seen the budget for the financial statement for general fund as well as environmental. Can I get a first and second for approval?
Motion to approve.
Ms. Cooley,
Second.
Ms. Green, thank you guys. Moving on to item number 9, general business event request, Saturday, May the 1st from 1 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Can I get a motion second to approve that?
I'm going to accept that.
Mr. Stringer, can I get a second?
Second.
Ms. Green, can I have a roll call vote, sir?
Sir. Mr. Stringer?
Yes.
Mr. Jackson?
Yes.
Mr. Lanston?
Yes.
Mr. Cooley?
Yes.
Ms. Green?
Yes.
Mayor Copeland?
Yes. Do y'all know these guys? This is Ms. B and Mr. Lemons. These are dear friends of ours, and they're dear friends of the city, and they care about our city. And this is a very special thing we do every year. And I'd like to give a little bit of background on why we do it. Whether or not you believe it or not, there used to be discrimination against people of color and people that were not white, Caucasian, in housing. They would not allow African Americans to live in certain subdivisions, and it was really a racist sentiment. So we as a city, along with other cities throughout the state of Alabama and the United States of America, join with our partners with the East Alabama Board of Realtors and other realtors in the United States of America and say, we're not tolerated anymore, and we're going to vote to make sure that we have fair housing in the city of Smith Station, and that's the only right thing to do. So I shall read this to you in its entirety as we turn it over to the East Alabama Board of Realtors. They take pride in this. They frame it every year and have it in their offices, and it shows that they show solidarity throughout their district, that we will not tolerate racism in the cities and especially our realtors. So whereas April marks the anniversary of the passage of the Fair Housing Act of 1968, we sought to eliminate discrimination in housing opportunities and to affirmatively further housing choices for all Americans. And whereas the ongoing struggle for dignity and housing opportunity for all, not the exclusive providence of the federal government, and whereas vigorous local efforts to combat discrimination can be effective, if not more so than federal efforts. And whereas illegal barriers and to equal opportunity in housing, no matter how subtle, diminish the rights of all. And whereas the City of Smith Station partnership with the East Alabama Board of Realtors has led to the expanded outreach and education of the fair housing laws. Now therefore, by the virtue of the authority vested in me, I, Honorable F.L. Mayor Bubba Copeland, Mayor of Smith Station, on behalf of the City Council, do hereby proclaim April 2021 as Fair Housing Month, and the pursuit of the shared goal and responsibilities of providing equal housing opportunities for all men and women. We encourage all agencies, institutions, and individuals, public and private, to take action to end unlawful housing discrimination. There we go. Come here and get with me. She makes me look good. She's so pretty. What's going on?
Can you give up?
What you trying to say?
Steve was there.
Thank y'all for coming. Thank y'all for coming.
Thank all y'all, we appreciate it, thank you.
All right. Y'all give me just a moment. I have those copies ready. Take one second. More you got me all messed up. That's right, I gotta put them on my folder. If it will be allowed by the council, I'd like to add item number 10A for first reading. Is that okay, everybody? 10A for first reading?
Have a 10A of the National Fair Housing Month.
Well, 10, that's 10. Oh, 10A, yeah, add 10B, I'm sorry.
Okay.
10B. This is first reading only. A resolution for the City of Smith Station, Alabama, appointing Morgan Bryce, City Clerk, Secretary, Treasurer of the City of Smith Station. Whereas Morgan Bryce was appointed interim City Clerk, Treasury on January 26, 2021, and whereas Morgan Bryce is performing the duties and functions of this office of City Clerk, and whereas Morgan Bryce is attending municipal clerk official training, and whereas the City of Smith Station wants to avoid any disruption or confusion regarding the functions of the office of City Clerk, now therefore be it ordained by the City Council of Smith Station, Alabama, that Morgan Bryce has been appointed to City Clerk, Secretary, and Treasurer. I'd like to have this as a first reading to be voted on in the first May meeting. That's possible, everybody. Congratulations, sir. You've done a wonderful job. You can do it. He did it.
You'll be playing more anyway.
If you're surprised, if you don't have that to the agenda,
For sure.
yeah, unless you don't want it.
Oh, I'd love that.
There's no one signed in.
I don't think so.
No, sir, we don't have anyone sign in and speak in the public comments portion.
Any council member discussion, reports, anything you'd like to add to the meeting?
I have a question there.
Yes, sir.
What's the status on our installation of our road signs, street signs?
Talked to Rodney Brazel today. They moved, so he told me he was gonna have at least 50 to us by Friday. So we are ready to go. We got a bucket truck, we got our hammer, we got all the equipment, tools. We're ready to go day one if we can just get the sign. So,
Are the first street signs going on just the main roads?
the main thoroughfares, the bigger signs. We have every piece of equipment in-house that we need to distribute the signs. We just need to, get the sign. And, when he moved, he got behind 2 weeks, moved shops, he went to a bigger shop. And, so we're coming, it's coming. And it's frustrating because we're still fighting over the mail. Miss Deason is 50% done with that. She's having to go house by house by house, especially on Panther Parkway, half is in the city, half is in the county. So we're getting all that worked out. And so, you know, people, like, I'm receiving packages at my house at Oakhurst Drive. So, it's very frustrating that the sign's not up there. So I understand, and I promise you, we're working diligently. We're at the liberty of our sign maker.
Just to make sure, clarify what Mr. Jackson asked there. The street signs are going on every street in the city, but there are some that are major thoroughfares that are getting larger signs than would normally be on, say, my street.
And those will be the first ones we do, the major thoroughfare.
Yeah. I just noticed some have a one-way, you know, I say one-way. The attachment, where you attach the sign, it's just going down the main artery.
We just have one sign up right now, just one.
Yeah.
And that's in front of the school.
Yeah, okay.
And I see what you're saying, it's gonna be Southern Oak Drive like that.
No.
Yeah,
And what you're referring to is on, the bottom bracket is on, but when they put the sign up, they'll be yellow.
and we have all the brackets in-house.
Good.
We have boxes and boxes.
I have a lot of comments, even though that, you always have some negative things, but, people can hardly wait. Matter of fact, some of the mail that's coming now, that has got the street, the new name on it. And just Sunday, someone called me and told me that I can hardly wait till we see the signs, because the mail is coming in with the new name on it.
Just for council purposes, make sure that you remind everybody that says something to you, you got 2 years, you had 2 years.
Yeah.
You got a year and 8 months now. Yeah. Any other comments from the council?
Just note, I did look, Parks and Rec, you know, they're using lights a lot more, so that's causing the expense of like the lights, the electricity line item, their expenses definitely increase, but, you know, it's all for good cause with the sports, spring sports going on.
Not to mention water.
True.
Because we have to water our grass at night. It'd be rough. I'd rather water grass than have to put new turf in. Any other comments? I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. And thank you for being part of Smith Station. At this time, I'd like to recognize the media, Mr. Chris Gates from CTVB. Good guy. I'd like to entertain a motion that we adjourn. Cody, Mr. Jackson, meeting adjourned.
I have stuff to sign.